everyone. Today's Mentor My Board Live, we have our special member spotlight, and with us we have our esteemed member, Miss. Um, I would like to begin with a quick introduction of her. So she is a rare blend of strategy, governance, and she's a certified independent director, a former CXO, and a globally recognized executive coach. She has around 5,000 plus hours of coaching and worked across industries with big names like Amazon, Microsoft, Infosys, KPMG, and many more. She's here to share the real behind at the top. So let's just dive in. And thank you, ma'am, so much for joining us today. I'm looking forward for
Thank you
this
for having me.
conversation and also learning a little. So let's begin with one thing. From your overall board experience, what are some common mistakes that you see the founders or the CEOs they make while they are interacting with the board? What are the mistakes that they make?
So let me set the context a little bit here. My board experience currently with ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation, which is basically the organization that the largest organization that governs coaching as a profession. Coaching in itself is an unregulated profession, and so it governs but not regulates. I have advised founders. I'm not yet on a board of a startup. I'm looking forward to being on one soon. So, in my experience, I've coached several founders too, but not as a board member. So, what I see as some of the common mistakes is one, a lot of the founders are young, which is a great thing, right? A new generation, new thoughts, new outs that are driving the country and also the world all over. So they're young. A lot of times they're in a hurry, right? And while they take on board members, they are. I won't say that they are as transparent as they should be or they need to be to derive value from the board members to the extent that they can, right? So there is an amount of filtering either based on, oh, they don't need to know this or they may not be able to help with this, that kind of a filtering that happens from the founders or the leaders in organizations, right? So that's one. So the transparency is what I would say. The extent of transparency can definitely get better. I'm saying that it is that they want to hide. It is more because they may not feel that there's an area where the board members either need to know or they can help. So that's one. The second, I would say a lot of times the alignment between the board members and the leaders or founders um can be better, right? Uh, it may be due to many reasons, but when it is better, then the impact is humongous, right? But when the alignment is not so strong, then there is avoidable friction, there is avoidable misunderstandings, there is avoidable mistrust to some extent, which then impacts the contributions possible from a board member. So I would say these are the top two, and there are several others, but in the interest of time, let me just stop there. Okay, not sure if you're still there. I can't see you. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, hi Gauri, Neha here.
Yeah, hi Neha, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm
Hi.
fine, and I'm really sorry that I'm traveling and I'll have to keep my camera off because I will have to save the bandwidth, right? So
Sure.
please bear with me for this.
No problem. Thank you for being there,
Yeah.
despite
And
I heard you were stuck in traffic. So thank you for being there.
yes, I am, but I could still kind of join in from the laptop, and I'm here with you. So wonderful interaction with Kea, and I could hear you. And I was just wondering that, how has been your view on leadership that has been evolving through these different types of, vantage points, and what surprised you most when you moved from the executive to the advisor and to the coaching field now? So, what has been that transition like, and how is it that you see that landscape?
Sure. See, as an executive, you are in the middle of it. So it was a very personal experience, right? And I started working decades plus ago, right? So the world was very different. The cultures were very different. India was very different. And though I worked in many other countries also, India was definitely very different, right? Um, so what I see is two sides of it. One, a lot has changed, and two, a lot has not changed also, right?
That's so nice.
Leadership, basic concept in terms of being able to along with you, being able to make decisions, being able to see long term, being able to steer organizations, being able to create momentum. All those aspects remain the same, though how they manifest maybe that part remains. Cultural, cultural, what should I say, and social expectations and social acceptance of um, change. Extremely rare for a woman to even think about, but they could rarely having a career and having an ambition, having about where they want to go with. All that was not there. A lot leadership, I would call it uh, dimensions show through women. While it's not where it needs to be, acceptance from the organizations, there is more support from the organization to allow women to sorry, allow and encourage women to realize their full potential, right? That a lot, especially
Gauri, we missed your voice, I think. Are you still there with us?
video and audio is giving in and out, so I'm not sure if we
Yeah, we
are
missed your
still
voice
live,
in
if we
between
are
and it went
active.
off. Gauri, we are here,
Yeah,
but we
so I
missed
think
your
connection
voice, I think.
is giving in and out. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So one aspect is about women as leaders, right? And that has changed a lot, and that has changed a lot for the better. And I would say that's a really great thing, right? The other surprising thing is not much is different. The kind of challenges that leaders face, especially when I see as a coach, right, from being inside and experiencing those challenges to now being outside and being able to support other leaders. I see the challenges are very similar. No matter what culture, no matter what country, what company they work, the complexities, the issues in dealing with different human beings, issues in dealing with the the changing, fast changing world. All those remain very similar, right? But the pace has changed. The pace has changed. The technology is played a big role now than it was before. Earlier, it was not so much. So, technology plays a big role. Regulations play a much bigger role than they used to be. A lot of industries have regulations. A lot of industries have, I would say, welcome regulations. Whether the extent of regulations are, too much or too less is a different conversation altogether. But the fact that industries are being looked at and expectations being set on how organizations should operate within these industries is a welcome move, I would say, especially for someone who comes from a compliance and standardization kind of field. I spent about half of my life in those spaces. So that's what I would say. It has changed and it has not changed. The agility is more, expectation is more the expectation to keep pace with what's happening all around you, and the extent of complexity is much more. But the other aspects of human interactions, the dynamics, the politics, the political landscape, I won't say politics, the political landscape within organizations, they are similar, uh, but they're not very different. That's what I see. I'm really surprised when I'm talking to a leader from Greece versus I'm talking to a leader from Zambia. We talk about similar things, which is very surprising for me.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's true. And what comes to my mind while I was listening to the conversation that you are
Hello?
having was that you've
Are you both
seen.
still there?
Yes, can you hear us, ma'am? Can you
Am I
hear
being
us?
heard?
I'm able to hear you very clearly. Neha, you are able to hear me? Gauri ma'am, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I think there is some persistent network challenge at Gauri's place.
Okay.
Should we do it another time? Because it's so patchy.
Ma'am, there is a lot of network issue and we are not able to hear you.
Yeah,
I think yes, Gauri, it makes sense to
I'm
do it some another time
not
because
do it another time because there seems to be a lot of disruption. Maybe this is not the right time. Is that okay? Shall we schedule it, Pursu? Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am, we can do that. Yes, ma'am. We'll
I don't know
schedule it.
where the which part the problem is because I'm seeing 4 bars. I'm able to see you and hear you very well. Yeah, let's do that.
We are not able to hear
Let's
you well.
reschedule.
You're freezing
Yeah.
quite
Thank you so
often.
much.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you.